Tom, it's Tom Bull. It's time for the political perspective. Uh Trump and his where was he at? Where was he talking this week where he said all the stuff about Tylenol? Um
I mean, he was, he had the United Nations.
at the
Uh,
yes, at the UN. He
at,
said a lot of ridiculous things and I shared a lot of them to the group chat. Not steering you where to go, but I just want to point that out. But where are we going this week with the
so uh, the Trump Tylenol ban, which um, one of the more hilarious. Well, first, this is political perspective. I'm
yes.
Bullet Reggie, aka Speeding Bullet, with B, 3 exclamation points. If you are not political, then you do not have a perspective. So Trump and RFK have had a very interesting week, and it started really with the Tylenol ban. And it's not a Tylenol, ban,
Hmm.
but it is a warning that they are placing on Tylenol that um, expecting mothers should not take Tylenol for the fear that Tylenol may be causing autism in our children. So there was a study, not a peer reviewed study, but there was a study that found some links to autism through Tylenol usage. So this is one of those things where um, the Health and Human Services Secretary, Robert F. Kennedy, is one of those vaccine skeptics, deniers. So him and the Trump administration are really kind of pushing the envelope with disregarding science and disregarding the advice of doctors and physicians, and really kind of pushing that narrative. So what is actually kind of funny is there's a video going around with Trump attempting to say the active ingredient in Tylenol. Right now, I wanted to. Are you able to say the word B?
Acetaminophen. I can get that out. I can get acetaminophen out.
Just, so Trump not being able to pronounce a very kind of basic word, right?
Yes.
But also, he appeared to not have ever even seen the word,
Yeah.
right? He looked, and admittedly, he's like, let me see if I can get this right. Now,
Yes.
if there was some real kind of conversation about banning the active ingredient in Tylenol, I would think that word would have been mentioned so many times in meetings and things of that nature that
Yeah.
it would be second nature for him to say the word.
Right.
And the fact that he could not say the word just really kind of lets me know that he's not even in these conversations. It's more like, this is what it is. Okay, press conference, please. So that was just kind of like a ridiculous moment that was captured where he couldn't just say a basic word.
Yeah.
Um, Another thing is Robert F. Kennedy just may have been today ordered a safety review of the abortion pill. So there was another
Mm.
study where, and it was another study that was not peer reviewed, that 22 Republican attorney generals, they signed this letter that cites this study that says 10.9% complication rate of the abortion pill. And, this is pretty much the start of an effort to try to get the abortion pill banned. If you've been paying attention to right wing conservative ideology, one of the things that they talk about is the birth rate in the United States being low, and being pro-life, and wanting to take away abortion rights. I mean, you see something like the elimination of Roe versus Wade, which that was the federal abortion law that made abortion legal in all 50 states, and now that was overturned. During Trump's administration, during Trump's first administration, which put the abortion laws in the hands of the states. And so, individual states, red states, have been kind of rolling back the abortion laws, making it just more difficult. A lot of different penalties for trying to get an abortion in a different state, penalties for physicians that perform abortions. And this abortion pill, this safety concern about the abortion pill is just more restriction on women being able to get an abortion. And if you think that abortion pill is not important to abortion, but also in just just in all types of decisions that women make, the abortion pill is used in over 60% of abortions. So when we think of abortions, we think of on a table, something of that nature. But the abortion pill is the majority of abortions are done with the abortion pill, and it's a combination of a couple of drugs that create the cocktail that's used. So if you eliminate the abortion pill, you're pretty much eliminating a large part of women's ability to control their their bodies and their decisions to have children. So stay tuned with that. But that's the latest in the Department of Health and Human Services, and just some of the mandates that they have coming down from that department. Another thing I wanted to talk about was Charlie Kirk, the late Charlie Kirk, and there was a resolution from Oklahoma. Oklahoma is about to be the center of the next couple of minutes, but Oklahoma proposed all public colleges must have a Charlie Kirk memorial statue in all.
1 second. I do want to point something out.
Yes.
Real quick, talking about previously the abortion pill. For our listeners, the abortion pill is not the Plan B pill.
Right.
This is something totally different.
Yes, it's something totally different.
It's not over. Yeah. It's something you get while you're at the doctor in person. You don't. It's not the go get the pay the $50 at CVS and get the Plan B. I just wanted to point that out for any confusion. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, thanks for that. Thanks for that clarification. Yes, the abortion pill has to be prescribed by a physician, either a personal physician, telehealth. It's something that has to be prescribed, and you have to get a prescription, get it filled. It's not something that you could just pick up at 2 a.m. at CVS. And it's something that's more used in planned pregnancy terminations. So it's not like something that is like kind of like unplanned. But great observation, B. But back to Oklahoma. So Oklahoma lawmakers proposed a Charlie Kirk memorial statue in every public college in the state of Oklahoma, which seems kind of like ridiculous that they would make colleges erect a memorial statue of Charlie Kirk in every college campus in Oklahoma. But there's a few other things that are coming from Oklahoma also. So the organization that Charlie Kirk founded, called Turning Point USA, which is a conservative organization that that recruits really young white males to be Republicans and to really kind of take part in like this new kind of drive towards a conservative ideology. The Oklahoma school superintendent is mandating that all public high schools have a Turning Point USA chapter in all public high schools. And one of the reasons that he gave for this is that he says that teachers and the teachers union, they preach a woke liberal ideology that needs to be countered with these turning point chapters. Now, a little bit about Oklahoma. So I don't know if anybody knows where Oklahoma is at on the map. It's next to Texas. So it's a southern state, and it's a red state. And interesting fact about Oklahoma is it went to President Trump. It went to him in all three elections that he's participated in. Mm-hmm. The last election in 2024, Oklahoma had 71 counties. All 71 went to Trump, and 0 went to Kamala Harris. Right. It is the reddest of red states. Mm-hmm. I heavily doubt that teachers are indoctrinating kids in Oklahoma with those types of numbers, but they're really kind of pushing this Charlie Kirk kind of legacy of conservatism, and kind of starting younger and younger. So like Charlie Kirk was on college campuses, and now they're moving it to now high schools. So that's something just to look forward to. The last thing I want to mention is the House of Representatives. They had a resolution to honor the life and legacy of Charlie Kirk. So it was a vote to honor, to really first denounce any political violence, but then also to honor the legacy of Charlie Kirk. Every Republican voted for it. Quite a few Democrats voted for it also, right? And I kind of want to point out like three Democrats that voted in favor of honoring the life and legacy of Charlie Kirk. And these 3 Democrats are important Democrats. So you got the minority Speaker of the House, Hakeem Jeffries, Black man. You have Cory Booker, who is a representative from Newark. Yes. And you have Dwight Evans, Philadelphia. Yeah. My district. He voted present, which means he didn't vote for it, he didn't vote against it. Right. And I am going to send an email to his office. And I'm
sorry. You said Hakeem Jeffries.
Hakeem Jeffries, Cory Booker, and
obviously Black.
And the white
Cory Booker, observably straight man, and Dwight Evans.
Yes. Well, Dwight Evans didn't vote, so they have the option of voting yes, no, or not voting, or voting present. Right? Yes, they have some options. The fact that he voted present means that he was in the room, but did not put either skin in the game or not in the game, right? Which is odd to me, because he's not in a district that really has much competition from Republicans, right? So I think that he won his seat by like 50% of the vote. So it's not like he had any fear that somebody was going to primary him or anything. I say all that to say, us as Black people, we gotta do better. Like, we gotta do better. And I know that it's politics and there's a lot of nuances to it, but to honor Charlie Kirk's legacy and to put your name on that, says a lot about who you are and what you are willing to fight for and what you're not willing to fight for. And to legitimize Charlie Kirk's legacy, we can all be upset and horrified seeing him get gunned down like that, but to honor his legacy is really a slap in the face to Black people. So I kind of wanted to leave it at that. But like I said, I'm going to be emailing the Dwight Evans office for him to answer, like, why would you just vote present? I mean, why don't you vote no? And what is your what is your reasoning? Can you explain this to one of your constituents who has no problem with Charlie Kirk's life, but has a problem with his legacy?
That was great. I want to say this, and maybe this might have to get cut from when we drop the episode, but I'm not one for a lot of conspiracy theories. But the things that are happening since Charlie Kirk was murdered are so unfathomable to me that it seems like it was planned to distract us from something else.
I mean, you don't hear anybody talking about the Epstein files anymore.
They are going so hard. Statues? What are we talking about? Like, what are we talking about for real? Like, they really treating Charlie Kirk like he was the modern day MLK.
I mean,
what am I missing?
I'm gonna tell you this, B. You're not missing anything. And I'm in the middle of this project where I'm going back and I'm listening to some of Charlie Kirk's episodes, right? Because one of the defenses of Charlie Kirk is that he's being taken out of context, right? Or they're not getting the full quote, or the fullness of what he's said in the past, So I've taken it upon myself, and I have 4 episodes that that I've listened to, and all four of these episodes were the episodes where he said like some of the most controversial things.
Yeah,
and he's 100% taken in context.
Okay.
It's not so when folks say that he's being taken out of context, he's not. Like, it's clear, and I had to, and I pride myself on making sure that I know what I'm talking about. And he's not taken out of context. These things are said within context. And like you said, for them to be going so hard, and then for them to just really kind of like twist history and to deify him. I mean, you could see that there's something else going on there.
Right.
Like, there's something else going on there. And even if that's just to seize more power, to do things like what Trump is trying to do with threatening stations and things like that, like it's being weaponized. And that's probably the most horrible thing about his death, is that it is being weaponized.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, stay tuned. It's just it looks weird. It doesn't make any sense, and I'm not falling for it.
Nah.
That was great. You want to close that out or button that up?
Yeah, I mean, to closing, stay political. If you're not political, you don't have a perspective. And unfortunately, I would like for our politics to be boring, but our politics is far from boring. It's a lot of stuff going on. Like B said, it's hard to look at these events and these incidents as they're standing on their own. It appears that it's other things that are going on.
For sure,
it's something that we absolutely need to monitor.